With the big bro Yuriy, hyphy. Get lit just like me. Big bossed up, chop it up with Rylee. You better come with it to kick rocks, cause you now tuned in to 10 Talks. Now let's get lifted and take a shot. You are now tuned in to 10 Talks.
Boom. Cheers. Water and Dr. Pepper. DP. Let's go. Shout out to everyone in here. Thank you guys so much for joining another episode of 10 Talks. We are here for episode 92 of 10 Talks. Jesus.
8 more weeks.
8 more weeks?
And then it's 100.
8?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Right?
If we don't miss a week, apparently, or something like that. But
and we won't.
Exactly. But either way, shout out to every single person watching this. Shout out to everyone watching this live, because we do this live on YouTube every week. And I'm just saying that for any potential audio listeners. And then also, I have not uploaded the audio version of last week's episode yet, so I need to do that. And then also, I'm realizing that
You're bathing in cat hair?
I was hugging or holding Luffy earlier, and hopefully you guys can't see this, but I'm covered in hella cat hair right now.
It's okay. I also look like I'm just came out of my grave.
Oh my god, really?
And I'm the spirit of Rylee.
Shut the
haunting you. So I just told Yuri, I was like, I am getting a spray tan. I do not care. This is horrifying.
It's not. Well, I was telling Rylee that I have 3 different monitors, and for anyone that knows anything about monitors and displays, depending on how much you spend on your display, it will actually show you a correct depiction of the color and everything, right? This monitor, you keep looking at this going, oh my god, I'm so white, I'm so blown out. This is blown. This is a blown out monitor. If I take it on the other monitor, it doesn't look as bad. It is white and overblown a little bit, but it's not as bad as this one. I'm
just gonna say it's for the Halloween aesthetic.
Oh, so you're a ghost?
Yeah, I'm a ghost.
And what am I?
This is my costume.
I'm a sexy hunk for Halloween.
Yeah.
No, shut up.
You're the sexy boy I haunt.
Oh, the sexy boy I haunt. Okay, thanks. Either way, all right, guys. This weekend has been kind of hectic. Where
I feel super exhausted. Like.
Also, this is the very first episode of Rylee as a 25-year-old woman.
I feel so mature.
Really? Yeah, I see hella gray hairs now, too.
Know.
I'm kidding. Some crow's feet are coming in.
I feel wiser.
Really? You do?
Yeah.
Drop some knowledge on me. Hit me with the Blazzy quote. Also, Blazzy's been exposed.
For what?
Someone has video proof of him grabbing the Coke when we were eating chicken last week on Disconnected.
Oh my
And he's
God.
saying, wait, hold on. Actually, you're here, right? You're a part of Blazzy's excuse.
Yeah, he did hand me the Coke.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I thought he was capping. So
I thought you were saying that I thought you knew that he handed me the Coke and that
I forgot if
he got one himself.
Oh god damn.
Don't do
So
that.
he did give you a Coke.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so never mind. I only saw a picture of him grabbing 1 Coke. I didn't see 2.
Okay.
So I was thinking maybe.
So it's probably mine.
So he did. Why did you have Blazzy grab you a Coke?
Because I was running the computer.
I also
and it was on the table.
I just realized I didn't focus the camera. So I hope it I hope it looks good. I kind of want to run over there and check really quick because I didn't do it beforehand. And then also, since we're talking about that,
breathe, take a deep breath.
I am breathing. But since we're talking about that, this no jumper pillow right here, I usually put it right here behind me, like so I can get the focus in correctly because it'll like show if the letters look nice or not. And the last week of Harmonious Hour I did with Lush, I left the pillow and it just looks like a floating pillow right there accidentally, and it's not like I'm just want this no jumper pillow in the background to be like I do things with no jumper, but it's like I use it as a focus device and I forgot to get rid of it last week. But I'm gonna go run over there and
Were
fix the focus.
people saying that?
No, I just said that to myself. I was self-critiquing. But so anyways, while I go fix the focus, we should talk about what happened Friday, your birthday.
Okay.
We should talk about how it started, though. Very boring at work. It actually wasn't boring, but I felt bad that we had to work on your birthday.
That's okay. I feel like everybody has to work on their birthday at some point.
On their birthday?
On their birthday, on their born day. But yeah, we went to work all day pretty much. Actually, we got to end pretty early, which I was really surprised about.
Thank God.
And I was super happy, so Shout out to Adam for wrapping it up early.
I know. Adam could have easily just been like.
He could have went longer because he would.
He could have been like, "Nah, we're chilling here," because it's also like Adam likes to play poker during those, listening to music streams. So he could have been like, "Nah, we're gonna kick it for another hour or two." But I think he understood that we were trying to leave, so that's why he was just like willing to end it so early. But also, we had not done a listening to music stream in like over a month, so there was a huge possibility that we would just come to like a giant backlog of hella songs to get through. But I don't know. Thankfully, yeah, like Rylee said, it ended kind of early.
Yeah, it ended early. And Yuri had made reservations for this like really cool restaurant called 71 Above. And it's in the biggest building in Los Angeles.
It's like the tallest or second tallest building. I think it's the tallest building downtown LA, where all the tall buildings are and stuff. And you know what's funny is the way I found that restaurant was a long time ago when I was doing the building climbing vlogs on my YouTube channel. Me and my friend Johnny, we would literally just be like, dude, we're meeting up at 8 p.m. and we're going to be out till like 3-4 in the morning. And we would just walk around, skate around, and any building we saw. We were basically just like, I don't know like how to explain it. We were like up to no good. We were just walking, like zigzagging through all the streets, trying to see any way we could hop into a building, any type of entrance, and it's not we're trying to go in there to steal anything. We were just trying to get on top of roofs constantly. Yeah. And so we were just like going through all the alleys and all the fucking things, trying to find ways to get on top of buildings. And then obviously we were looking at 71 Above building. I didn't know it was called 71 Above, but we were looking at that building and I was like, dude, Johnny, let's go in the lobby, try to find our way in the elevator and make our way up, to the restaurant and shit. I mean, not to the restaurant, to the roof or whatever. So when Johnny and it's changed now, but when Johnny and I we went through the front lobby and they were just like there was some security guards like, what are you guys doing here? And we're like, oh, we're trying to go up to the roof. And he was like, oh, okay, you guys are going to the bar? And we're like, yeah, we're going to the bar. And then he's like, all right, go take this elevator. You have to take 2 elevators. You go all the way up. And then when Johnny and I got out, we realized like, oh my God, like it's on the 71st floor. It's a giant restaurant / bar area where you could just go either grab a drink or sit down and eat. And Johnny and I were just like, holy shit, this is so sick. And we like both grabbed the beer. And then while we were drinking, we were like both taking turns like using the bathroom, but low-key just walking around the restaurant trying to find another stair set to continue to get to the roof. Yeah. And we actually did find a stair set, but it was like it said fire alarm, blah blah, all this stuff. And we were like thinking like, is it worth it? Like there's a huge chance that if we open this door, the alarm's gonna go off. And we were just kind of considering, we're like, do we wanna deal with the police and do all that stuff right now to do this roof? So we ended up deciding against it. But that's how I found that spot. And I always wanted to go back. A couple years ago, I got my parents for their anniversary. I got them reservations and like I paid for their dinners there, but I never ate there myself. Yeah. And then I was like, it's Rylee's birthday, so let's do something cool.
Yeah, it was so nice. I was like stunned at the view.
Right?
Yeah, it was crazy. The whole what would you say?
Skyline?
Perimeter
oh yeah, like just
the building.
Yeah, the whole outside the building, like,
it's like all windows, and you could just see like the entire LA skyline.
It's so sick. And then also a lot of LA skyline is like they've been incorporating these like just how people put those LED lights through the corners of their rooms. Like LA skylines, a lot of those buildings incorporate those same LED lights like on the rims of their buildings. So you're looking around and like almost starting to look like Tokyo or some shit like that. Like it looks really cool.
It kind of did, because there was hella lights and stuff.
Different colored lights and all that stuff. Yeah, it was super cool. I really liked it.
But yeah, our food was hella good. We started off with some appetizers, and Yuri and I usually like to get like 2 different things so we can like
test each other's food and shit. I got octopus. I ended up not really eating it. I didn't really like it. It was
so thick. We thought it was gonna be like little calamari, like.
But you know what's interesting? I think it was kind of a karma situation, because the past like maybe a week or 2 ago, I saw my aunt, and my aunt gave me a little tub of caviar as a gift, red caviar, and I fucking love just you take a piece of bread, put some butter on it. Doesn't have to be melted butter. It could be cold little slices of butter, and then just put caviar on it, and it's so good, bro. Caviar on butter and bread. And the past like week, I've been eating it, posting on Instagram and shit. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen, or whoever follows me on Instagram. And every time I'm like, babe, like try it. She's like, no, I don't ever want to try that. It's fishy, blah blah, all this stuff. She doesn't want to ever try it. Doesn't even want to take a bite. And then when we went to this restaurant, Rylee got. It said nothing about caviar. It said like crispy potatoes or something like that. Rylee got potatoes. and it was literally looked like a Russian dish where it came with potatoes, sour cream, dill, and red caviar. And I was like, that's literally how Russian people serve it.
And
So-
it was juice.
And how'd you feel? You said you got a couple of them.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell because like the potatoes were so hot
Mm-hmm.
that I don't know, because I like literally kept brushing them off. So I feel like I might have, because they were
Had
way
one or two.
smaller than the ones that you get.
Yeah, those were a little bit smaller. I noticed.
But it wasn't bad. But I don't think I could eat all of those on a piece of bread with butter. Like, that's a lot.
It's so good, dude. I'm telling you.
But the potatoes are bomb.
But wait, actually, a little side convo before we continue talking about the whole dinner we had.
Yes.
I got huge shout out to number one Space Goes Dope Perp and Uncle Deli for coming through, because they're both visiting, coincidentally they're both visiting Los Angeles right now. For anyone that doesn't know them, they've been a part of the streams for like the past, before I even met Rylee, both of them were in the chat, and basically they've been part of the streams for like 3+ years now, because Rylee and I have been together for like 3.5 years, and I have talked to both of them many times. You know, we had many conversations, but I've never met either of them in person. I got to meet both of them, or we got to meet both of them in person yesterday for the first time ever. And also Lucha Live came through as well. Shout out to Lucha. But Space Goes Dope Perp gave me many sick gifts as well, like a bunch of like weed stuff and shit. I'm gonna show you guys later. But also Uncle Deli came through with this Rockstar vodka, and it's 6.9% alcohol. And then also they were telling me that they don't sell these in America at all. This is only strictly a Canadian product, which I was like, this is fucking fire. But Uncle Deli came with his homies. Also, they're from Canada. They were telling me like, they're like, this is old. They're like, we've been had this. Like, they're like, we were drinking this as kids and shit. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? This is insane. But guys, Rockstar vodka, 6.9% alcohol. Yesterday on stream, I cracked it open. I did a little flavor testing, and it tastes just like Rockstar. It's missing a little bit of a kick, and I think maybe it has to do with the lack of they put caffeine, or maybe they put less sugar in it because it has alcohol, and they had to like reduce the amount of sugar it has in it or something. But it basically tastes the same. You taste no alcohol, so it's very dangerous. Like, I feel like you can get too drunk. So last night I specifically did not really drink it because we were taking shots and stuff, and I was like, dude, I don't want to accidentally get too fucked up. But either way, the point of the side convo is I'm gonna crack this open, pour it up, and I will try to drink this thing throughout the duration of this podcast, and basically try to finish it, and we'll see how fucked up I get.
Speaking of last night, also, since we got very drunk celebrating, we decided to order Taco Bell.
Oh,
and
my
that
God.
shit took 2 hours to get to us. First, we were assigned one girl, like a DoorDasher, who was a girl, and she messaged me like when she got there, and she's like, line is long, not moving. And I was like, it's okay, no worries. Like, I thought she was just updating me, and then I go back onto the app. I was like, it was like 20 minutes went by. I was like, damn, still nothing.
Yeah.
And it was like, she disconnected, like, you're being connected with your new Dasher now. And I was just like, oh God.
Bruh. And at that point, like Rylee said, we had already been waiting like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So we were like, bruh.
And I was like, okay, whatever. 20 more minutes goes by. I like messaged the new Dasher. I was like, everything good? He's like, no, don't worry. He's like, just a long queue. And then I was like, okay, wait for another hour. The food did not get here till like 3 in the morning.
You know what's even funnier? I forgot to tell you this yesterday, but before Rylee ordered the food, Riley's like, I'm hungry. Like, let's go grab Taco Bell or Jack in the Box. She's like, let's drive. And I was like, I don't want to drive, because I had already been drinking, and I was like, even though they're very close, I was like, no, I don't want to drive. Like, I feel way too drunk to drive. Riley's like, all right, we'll just do delivery because, you know, birthday weekend, we're still celebrating. Fuck it. Even though it's just Taco Bell and Jack in the Box. But anyways, we get that shit. And then, like Rylee said, 2-3 hours passed by, and by the time we get the food, I was like, thinking in my head, I'm like, I'm already sober. I could have just driven to Jack in the Box right now, got myself food, dude.
Exactly.
But it was not worth it.
It was freezing cold once it got to us.
And the dude, when Rylee and I went outside to go grab it, the dude like came out and he was just like, I'm so sorry.
He's
like
I'm sorry.
But what's interesting is in my head, I'm thinking that guy must have been waiting in line for an hour, right? You get the food piping hot fresh. We're not that far away from Taco Bell. It should have came to us piping hot fresh. When he brought us the food, it's as if the food was sitting for an hour and a half.
It's because they get different. They're taking care of orders that are getting, like, people who are arriving there at that time, but they also get DoorDash orders that come in.
And these poor people have to wait in the lines just to pick up an order.
Yeah, because the inside's not open.
Oh my god, dude! There needs to be.
And that's why it was. We ordered it at 1:30, so they made it at 1:30, and our DoorDash person probably didn't get there till like 3.
Wow.
And it was just waiting.
So we ate an hour and a half old Taco Bell.
It was not worth it.
They should have a separate system for the DoorDash drivers so they can not have to wait in that long of line. That's insane.
Know.
But then that would be the cheat code. Everyone would just do that and skip the lines. I don't know.
Act like a DoorDash? No, you have to
act like a DoorDash.
You have to have like a code or something.
Yeah, but anyways, to go back to the dinner conversation, Rylee was that your first time having Wagyu?
No.
Rylee got Wagyu that night, and this is the thing with Wagyu is like there's different grades of it, and there's so many places, restaurants you can go to where they're like, this is Wagyu, and you don't really know if it's the Japanese Wagyu that's supposed to be expensive. But Rylee, it was like Riley's birthday, and it said there was like a little upcharge to get the Wagyu thing. I was like, yo, it's your birthday, you should get this. And then when I got like a ribeye steak, and we both like traded like a slice each, and Rylee knows me. Like when I eat steak, I love steak, but whenever there's like a fatty piece, I always cut it off. Like I don't like chewing on fat. I don't like the taste of it. Just like I don't like the texture. It's like weird. But when Rylee was eating the Wagyu, she's like, I don't think you're gonna like this, babe. And I took like one little piece, and I realized like I do not like Wagyu. That shit is gross.
The Wagyu I got before when I went to dinner with my uncle, it was super fatty too. I think that's just Wagyu. It's like the fatty part.
But every time I watch the video about people describing Wagyu, they're like, it's so fatty. There's so much intermuscular fat.
I love fatty. Like I love the fatty part of bacon and stuff.
But when I heard people say that, I just thought it would be like juicy or flavorful. But when you're biting into it, it really is like it's
like the fat of bacon.
It affects the whole texture of it, and it turns into like almost like you're chewing a whole fat of bacon, which is like that's not my thing. I love steak. I super love steak. I love eating meat and shit. Like like medium rare, whatever it is. But to fucking do the Wagyu thing, like that's a step too far for me. Like I don't care how hyped up it is. That like chewy texture is like I don't know. I don't like it. Strange.
I liked it.
But Either ways, we had a nice little dinner, and then afterwards, huge shout out to Big Chief. They invited me to their like private Halloween event. They were like, you and Rylee are like, special guests. Like, come on through. Like you guys are more than welcome to come to the event. And I told him like, oh, it's Riley's birthday. We're gonna go out to dinner, so we might not make it. And he's like, don't worry about it. He's like, I'll still add your name to the list. Like, security guard will know, and you guys can come on in. And I was like, all right, for sure. And then we finished the dinner, and it was like a mile away from the dinner spots. We were like, fuck it.
Fuck it. Let's check it out, smoke.
Yeah, exactly.
Chill.
And it was, dude.
It was so fun.
When we were going over there, I was thinking like...
We were both like, I don't know.
I was thinking it was like a Big Chief, like... Because I've been to their office, right? And their office is like, it's a normal office. Like, there's normal people. It's not like everyone in there is like influencer, rapper, or something like that. Like, everyone in there is just like a normal office worker. Some guy's a graphic designer. Some guy does this, does that, blah, whatever, all this stuff. I just thought it was like an office party, right? So I was down to go kick in, hang out. But I didn't expect it to be like basically like a club with like, pun DJing
Halloween
and shit.
Party, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And
Riley's like,
I felt so insecure because I was like in a dress, like no costume. Every girl was like half naked with ears on.
You looked really good in your dress though.
No, shut up.
Yeah, you did.
Shut up.
And everyone would say so.
It was so embarrassing.
Oh my god. But yeah, Riley was like, I
had a ponytail.
She's like, all the girls have their ass out, and I'm just here in my long dress. And I'm just like, dude.
Ass dress.
Well,
I was like, fuck it, whatever.
I liked it. It was fun.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah, it was chill. Everyone was dancing and stuff. But then also, I'm realizing this over and over and over again. I need to learn some new dance moves. Because AD, with like no warning, AD just came up to me with his camera. Get him, Yuri, go, get it, Yuri, go, like, go, like, start dancing, Yuri, blah, blah. Like, AD was just hyping me up, like, trying to get me on Instagram dancing. And my go-to is, AD likes the crip walk, so I did a little crip walk, and then I did a little Russian dance, and I did the worm. But then I'm like, I need to learn some new dance moves. So I didn't bring this up to you yet, but I want to do a dance class stream.
Oh my god! Why do you always do this on stream?
But like not suavemente, not one of those dances. I want to learn how to like I don't know, yike. Okay, what's it called? What's that new dance?
Oh my
Get
god.
sturdy and shit. I want one of those.
Okay.
But you could be my dance partner if we're learning how to yike.
That hasn't been a thing since like 2013.
Really? Well, we could bring it back potentially. It doesn't have to be an old thing. All right. Well, anyways,
We'll talk about that later.
So how did you like the Halloween party? It was really chill.
I loved it. I said it was fun. Penn did a great job DJ.
Oh yes. Riley was like, Riley's
classics.
like listening to the music. She's like, you could really. She's like, the songs really tell Pun's age.
Don't. Why would you say that?
Really?
I didn't say it like that.
Okay,
either,
okay.
So don't say that.
But you said like you were like, my sister would love these songs. And I was like, same here. I was like, my sister would fuck with these songs too.
So annoying, dude.
Oh
Okay,
my god,
thanks.
really, dude? You overreact and
No.
over exaggerate.
No.
God damn it, there was something else.
What you say.
There was something else I wanted to say too, and it was literally on the back of my head. And I was telling myself, don't get distracted, or else you're gonna forget this that happened there. Oh yes, we kept being told go to the weed bar because there was like a weed bar where they had like pre-rolls and all this stuff on the table, and they give you goodie bags. And they kept telling us like go to the weed bar, go to the weed bar. Riley and I finally went over there. We kind of avoided it because we thought everything was for sale. We went over there. All these girls were really nice. They gave us these goodie bags, and she was like, oh yeah, grab yourself like whatever you want. Like she's like, it's free reign. And I grabbed ourselves like an extra pre-roll, but then I saw on the table, really?
So
You're
annoying.
still shaking your head, dude. On the table there was a whole pile of these like, okay, what do you want to just dwell on it?
No, you're just ridiculous.
Well, okay, what do you want to say?
Cause you always just say shit.
Oh my god.
That's not okay.
Is that not okay?
No, that's rude.
Oh, how is that rude?
To me, that's rude.
Okay, well,
So
apologies.
I'm sorry, Pun. I didn't say it like that. He's
All
got me fucked
apologies to Pun, apparently. Really?
up. Yes.
It's a joke, dude. But also, it's kind of true. A lot of those songs, it's like stuff my sisters would be bumping and shit back in the day. 2007.
I love the music. So.
Me too. I didn't say it was
Jesus.
bad.
You have to do that.
Oh,
Anyways,
God.
your weed bar.
We're gonna be on the community soon.
Yeah, of course. And Ace Bun or Ace Boy
Ace
Bun.
Bun. That's the worst is. Come on, Ace Bun. Bro, you just made it worse. What the fuck?
I love you, Pun.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that. That's funny.
You know what I meant.
Well, anyways,
I'm stupid.
to get back to the story, there was a whole pile of these like tiny little boxes on the table, and I looked at them, I side-eyed them, and I was like, oh, they're probably like little mints or little edible like samples, and I just ignored them. I didn't even grab one. They gave me one, thankfully, but I didn't grab any extras. But when I got home, I realized it was a whole gram of shatter, and they had like 100 of them. And I was like, when Riley and I got home, I was like, fuck. I was like, bro, I could have like grabbed like 10 grams of shatter for free right now. Like that's so cool. Like
Dude,
no
I've
one
heard this story 3 times.
no one just offers that much free weed like that. I was like, damn, I've missed out. That was the plug of a lifetime.
Yuri has not stopped talking about this
I'm
since
bummed.
we got there.
I told Riley the next morning, I was like, would it be kind of crazy if I texted the Big Chief dudes asking if they have any leftover shatter? And Riley's like, okay, that's
you
crazy.
expose yourself. So
She's like, okay,
yeah,
that's
I told
crazy.
you that's no, don't ever do that.
I'm honest. Expose. There's nothing to expose. I'm just open. Also, I already used this for for focusing. So, either way, it was a fun night, and then we Ubered back home. It was really chill. I don't even remember the Uber back home. We must have been lit.
We were definitely lit. There was no water though, and we were already tipsy.
That's the other thing. We could have
We
stayed
had
longer.
to hydrate with alcohol.
Riley and I left a little bit early because we would have stayed longer, but we were both like already decently drunk, and Riley and I are just like parched. We're just like, fuck, dude, we just want a bottle of water or something. And we went around looking for a bottle of water, couldn't find any. Went to the bar and we're like, hey, can we just have some water? And she's like, we only have liquor. And we're like, fuck. We're like, okay, can we get another drink then? So we got another drink because it was our only form of hydration. So we had to get another Moscow Mule.
And she didn't even give us any soda with it. It was literally just a shot with like a splash of
Oh, I
ginger ale.
know.
It was horrible.
So yeah, our hydration was like vodka, and at that point, Riley and I were just like, okay, let's go home because we're gonna die if we stay here.
Right
dude.
before we were about to leave too, we're like in this like hallway area, and we look and we see Bossa Nova.
Oh my gosh!
And I'm like, I look at him and I'm just like, did he dye his hair red? And I was just like, oh my god, he's Ice Spice.
He said, I thought that was a joke. I heard Adam talking about that, or you know.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was a joke too.
And then when I saw Bossa, it was dark in there, so I couldn't see the color of his hair. But I saw his hair looked fluffier and larger, and I was like, yo, what's up with your hair? And then I heard Riley go like, Ice Spice, and I was like, oh shit.
I was like, are you Ice Spice?
He did it. He's Ice Spice.
He was like, yeah.
That's funny.
It was hilarious. It looked like his hair though.
Was it red? I could not tell the color in there. It was so dark.
It was really dark.
All these like lights flying around and shit. But
either way, it was fun.
yeah, it was a fun ass night. And then what was that? That was Friday. The next day, Saturday. Guys, we basically got scammed yesterday. We're talking about yesterday. We got scammed for that event.
Yes, we did. So Yuri and I have been wanting to do some Halloween events
because we haven't done anything this month. And last year, Riley was like, "Oh, actually, was it last year?" Or
when we did this?
Yeah.
It was 2 years ago.
During COVID, right? Yeah, 2 years ago we went to this thing called Night of the Jack, and we went with a couple of friends, and it was a really fun night. And because of COVID, all the walking portions were shut down, so you had to drive through it. And at that time we were like, oh, that kind of sucks. It would have been cool to walk, but now looking back on it, the driving was actually way better because instead of paying per person, you pay just for one car, and you could stuff as many people as you want in a car. They're not checking your car. You could have 40 people in there and pay for one ticket. So a whole car gets an experience for way cheaper, basically. And then also, it's cold out there where it was. It was like in Mulholland out in like the hills, so it's like freezing at night. It was like 50 degrees, and it was way chiller in the car. We got to smoke, drive through it, see everything. But anyways, Riley and I went back this year, and it was like $50 a ticket. And Riley and I were like talking about doing this or a couple other things. Riley was scared about doing a couple other things. She's like, this one was fun and relaxed, so let's go do this.
We're thinking like, oh, they're like, now that it's a walkthrough, they're gonna add like a bunch of stuff.
That's
it's
what
gonna be super immersive.
I thought it was like a carnival type thing. Because that's the way they made it sound.
And it's expensive, so it's like you're thinking you're gonna get all this cool stuff with it.
Exactly.
And when we get there,
wait, it was $52 per person. That was the normal cost.
Oh yeah.
There was a VIP cost of $89 per person, like $90 per person,
which we almost got
for VIP, and we were considering it. We're like, oh, it might be worth it, but thank God we fucking did not do that shit. And dude, as I was reading it, it sounded like a carnival. They're like, we have events, toys, games, all this shit. Riley and I went over there.
I don't think I saw one game.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think I saw one game. Dude, were we just in like the pleb section? Was there like a VIP section in which we were not let into or something?
I don't know.
Imagine, just way nicer. All the new pumpkins. We talk about that too.
Yes.
But anyways, guys, we go there. As soon as you walk in, there's all these food stands and shit. And Riley and I got there. We're super hungry, and we're like, you know what? Let's go split a sandwich. And we're like, we'll save some money here. We'll just split a sandwich and get some fries. It was $40 for one sandwich and fries and a water bottle. And we're like, oh shit.
Like, what the fuck?
That was kind of expensive. And then Riley and I were walking through the thing. First things first is now that you have to deal with all the family members, or families, there's so many kids who are just with their finger in their mouth drooling, looking in the sky, they don't understand there's people behind them that can walk faster and you're taking the whole road, and there's moms with carriages. It's so much to deal with. And then also it was very quick. It was like a 10-15 minute walk. If you really want to make your time last, you could stand there at each pumpkin and really fucking stare at it for a little bit longer, but it's really like a 10-15 minute walk. But then Riley was realizing something as we were looking at the pumpkins, which is the designs on them.
Yeah, so we go through the first section. So they have a bunch of different themes throughout the whole trail you're walking by.
Mm-hmm.
And we look at the first section and we're like, oh, this is here last time.
Oh yeah, exactly. It was all the same celebrities.
It was the same.
Oh yeah, they had
designs and everything.
They had a SpongeBob SquarePants section where we saw the same thing.
Dinosaurs.
You just brought up a good point where we saw the same thing 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All the same shit from 2 years ago.
So we kept walking through it, realizing oh my gosh, they're the exact same sets, same pumpkins. same everything. And when we first went 2 years ago, we're driving through this like thinking this is so amazing. They carve every single pumpkin here.
Yeah.
Like, and it was like so intricate and like crazy. We realized like no.
There's no way.
There's no way because it's the same exact shit.
But also, just disregarding that, if you look at all the pumpkins they have thousands of pumpkins, and they're carved to such detail of like, it looks exactly like a photo of The Rock or Marilyn Monroe. They have like hundreds and thousands, not hundreds, but they have just thousands of these super intricate carved pumpkins. And if you really think about it, to have an artist who's that skilled in that art, to pay that person to do it, it's not gonna be cheap. You know what I mean? They're gonna ask a lot of money, and for them, it's not, you can't just have one person doing that. You have to have like a crew of like a 10-20 artists who are, pumpkin specialists who can do this, and you got to pay all them to do this every year. I was like, we were talking about it, we're like, I don't think it's possible. Like, I think these people really, these are very synthetic, like fake plastic but realistic pumpkins they've purchased or made, and they just reuse them. I feel like that's what's really going on.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because it's like there's no way. It would be so expensive. Let me pay these guys $100,000 every year to carve these pumpkins.
And you would think they would do different things each year.
Exactly. More up. Even Rylee said there was like 2 pumpkins where it was like a couple. There was like a couple sections of all these celebrity couples, and we're looking at one of the couples. Rylee's like, they're not even together anymore, and I was like, oh shit, like they're not even up to date with this stuff.
So yeah, we were like super disappointed, but it was whatever.
As soon as we finished it, we were like, and then also Rylee brought up another good point. It was $52, right? Only in the middle of the whole walk, there's like 3 guys with a tiny little bag who are like, candy, and and there's so many kids there. We wanted some candy too, but whatever. Like, there's a bunch of kids there who are coming expecting fucking free candy.
Speak for yourself.
And there's 3.
It's like, can we go get some? I was like, hell no, don't do that.
There's 3 dudes handing out free candy, and I was like, bruh. We paid $100+ just for the 2 of us. Imagine we had, 3 kids, like we saw a lot of parents had there. Like, you're paying fucking $200, $300, $400 for your whole family to go, and there's like 1 dude handing out candy. It's like, no, have buckets of candy all along the trail just for anyone to grab. I don't know. It just seemed kind of crazy. I was like, bro, this is not worth it.
It was not worth it.
It was a big scam.
If you're thinking about doing that next year, don't.
And we were talking to Lucha Live about this, where I think it was last Halloween or 2 Halloweens ago. Rylee and I did hella shit for Halloween. Like, it was like every weekend we were doing a lot of stuff, and we were not like spending a lot of money. And for some reason, like, now we just did this one thing and it was hella expensive. And I was thinking on it, I was like, dude, if we were doing this every weekend, like, that would be unaffordable for us, right? At this point. And I was like, how do we afford that like a year or 2 ago? And Lucio was bringing up a good point where he's like, at that time when COVID was hella serious, he's like, you were paying per car. So I forgot about that, but every time we went, we only paid, we like split the cost on one car, which is like what, $5-10 per person, and we all get to go. And I was like, that's why we were doing so many events. And I kind of like, I miss it. I'm like, I would rather prefer the drive-in experience.
I know,
because we get to smoke in our car, we get to chill. But I guess for kids, that's kind of lame, being a kid and just being stuck in the car looking at pumpkins. You're like, fuck, I want to go walk around.
It was definitely like a family thing to do.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It was like a family thing to do. I had 2 people DM me, and they were like, saw your Instagram story post, looks so cool, like, can you recommend me like where this is? And I was like, should I tell them like this was trash? Like, this is not worth it? I just told them. I was just like, oh, it's called this. Like,
you should have been like, it was trash.
But I was like, should I tell them like, yo, this shit was not. But I was like, they have kids. For kids, it's a whole. Yeah, the 2 dudes hit me up. They're like, I want to take my kid and my wife or whatever. And I'm like,
that's different.
I feel like for your kid, it will be way cooler. Like, if I had my niece there with me, she'd be her excitement would be worth it. She'd be like, oh man, this is fire or whatever. But yeah.
We just saw through the bullshit.
Exactly. Oh wait, before we move on, should we talk about, since everyone already knows about this, but we do the updates every 10 talks for everyone that just listens to the podcast. But I gave Rylee her gift. It was kind of spoiled.
We aren't going to the farm.
Oh yes, for anyone that remembers, I was trying to throw Rylee off because I was doing so much research that I was scared in the back of my head. I was like, Riley's gonna hop on the computer and try to type in YouTube, and it's gonna pop in like you're going to Hawaii or something like that. It's like I thought like it would just I thought it would just pop it, like, you know, you would see my history or you would see something, which actually ended up happening. We'll talk about that. But I was like so worried about that, so I was like, how do I throw Rylee off? And I was like, we're going to a farm. So that kind of did work.
Not lying about.
Yes, and I wasn't even lying.
But is actually a coffee farm.
Yes,
in
Kona,
Hawaii.
which is like known to be a really good coffee or expensive coffee.
Well, it's like a big place where coffee is produced.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so we're going back, and I'm so excited.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
And yeah, I don't know what else to say, but I'm so excited, and I just can't wait to fucking relax.
It's like with Rylee and I, we've talked about this before. With Rylee and I, it's like I know that Rylee would rather have an experience than an actual gift. You know, if like she would not really appreciate a PlayStation 5, but she would like a Hawaii trip instead or something like that. But originally I already talked about this on stream. Rylee for a long time has been talking about wanting to go to New York, and I really wanted to go with her to New York, but I was just looking at the logistics of it, and I was like, dude, Rylee, not only does she want to go to New York, but she also has been talking about how like she just wants a break. She's like, I just want a vacation and I just want to chill and relax because I've just been, you know, she's been so busy with work and we've been doing the streams and all this stuff in the podcast. She's like, I just want to like a week to just chill or relax. So I was like trying to focus on the relaxation part and hanging out and kicking it part. And when I was looking at New York, I was like, dude, I just feel like that's gonna be like kind of stressful, you know what I mean? Like unless we're staying at some 5-star omega nice hotel, like, and we're just spending all our time in the hotel and we just see the Statue of Liberty and shit like that, I feel like that would be cool. But I was like, I feel like it would be the money that I was willing to spend towards going to New York. I was like, I feel like it'd be more worth it to just go to Hawaii and have like some more optimal experience where you get to really just kick it and we get to just have fun and, you know, chill. Yeah. But yeah, I voted on that, and I 100%
agree with you.
But then also, like a week before I told Rylee that we're going there, I kept like fucking around with her, like, oh, I'm gonna tell you where we're going. Oh, no, I'm fucking around. Never mind. You have to wait a week. And then Rylee, I forgot what we were talking about. I was like, have you seen anything? Like, to be honest. And Riley's like, she's like, I did pick up your phone one day and I saw on your maps that you were looking up Kona, Hawaii.
You had asked me to look at for the airport.
Oh, yes,
when I was dropping you off to Ice Poseidon's house.
Uh-huh.
And I saw in your like map search or whatever, it said the Kona airport. And I was like, he's just looking though, because it was like super early. I don't even think, maybe it was like the first week of October. I think that's when you went. And when you came back, you kept asking me what I wanted to do for my birthday. So I was like, oh, it's not gonna happen. And then you said farm, so I was like super thrown off.
Yeah. I was kind of bummed. Well, as soon as you told me like you saw something in my phone, you didn't tell me what it was yet. I was like, I hope she saw me looking up the New York stuff, but I didn't even think about that. And that's what's so hard about planning shit and trying to make it a surprise is like, I gotta delete my search history on my maps now. I gotta delete my Safari history. I gotta, the whole time I was searching up any information, as well as usually I use Firefox. I specifically downloaded Google Chrome so I can use Google Chrome so that you wouldn't see any of the things I was searching either. Like I had to go above and beyond trying to hide it, and you still found out. And I was like, God damn it, dude.
That's okay. I was so surprised.
Yeah, but I'm happy.
I'm
either
excited.
Way. I was gonna show you guys a picture of the place we're staying at, but we're just gonna show you guys once we get there, like via Instagram, and we'll do some live streams out there as well. But the place we're staying at, I'm super excited about. Like Rylee said, it's
definitely an upgrade from where we stayed last time.
I loved where we stayed last time, but this place is like more private, and we can actually be loud, and you know, and we get a private hot tub on top of it, which the hot tub was the selling point, because I know Rylee loves hot tubs.
I do.
I know Rylee loves Hawaii, and I was just like, bro, like I was like, this will be worth it, basically. And then also, Rylee deals with a lot being my girlfriend. I feel like you do. You put up with a lot with not just, you know, the streams and all the random ideas I have, and like you going to work and coming back home from work, and I'm just still in the middle of like a 3-day stream or doing balloons or some shit like that. It's like you deal with a lot of stuff like that. And then also me personally, as a person, I can be hard to deal with. It's
Shut
like
up.
I'm not the easiest person to deal with sometimes, and you deal with me all day every day. It's like I know that back in the day when I would hang out with my friends all day every day, there was like certain parts about my personality that would get annoying to my friends, and I'm still the same person. I still have those same traits, and you deal with it, and you still love me and hang out with me. So I'm very appreciative of you, and I just wanted to make it worth it and show you how much I appreciate you.
I love you.
I love you
so
too.
Excited.
What happened to your eye?
I don't know. It just started burning.
Um,
Got it watery.
but either way,
I
that was
lost like 5 eyelashes right now.
the last thing I think we have to say about the Hawaii trip is the last time we went to Hawaii, which is kind of crazy to say, like the last time we went to Hawaii. Last time we went to Hawaii, it was like my birthday trip where I'm more content, or I'm like very focused on this live streaming and the content stuff, where it's like it wasn't a big deal for me to want to do the podcast out there and all that shit. But this weekend is like I wanted to focus on Rylee's relaxation and Rylee's vacation basically, or her gift. So I think for this the next episode of 10 Talks, I think it will be pre-recorded.
Yes.
I think Rylee and I are going to pre-record the episode of 10 Talks, and we'll schedule it to go up Sunday at 6 p.m. We've talked
just
about
because we don't want to spend like 2 hours of our time sitting in our Airbnb.
Yeah.
And instead, we could like do a stream where we're out exploring. Something.
Exactly. That's what Rylee was saying. She's like we could use that time to just fucking stream out there at a bar or find something to do just to stream out there, because it's like in reality, we're gonna give an update of the trip regardless.
Exactly.
But if we're just gonna be in Hawaii talking about Instagram fucking drama that's popping up, it's like I don't know. We
don't want to be on that energy.
We could pre-record it.
Yeah.
And we've always talked about doing it, but we've never done it. So this will be like the first time we've pre-recorded an episode, and we'll schedule it. But we have to just find the time to do it.
This week, I feel like it'll be easy for me.
Okay.
Maybe Wednesday.
But I'm super excited for that.
Me too.
Either way, so yeah, that was the whole birthday conversation and stuff like that. What else? Oh yeah, also I already said this in the beginning, but yeah, Space Ghost Dope Perp. For anyone that doesn't know, he's been a part of the chat for a long time. He's the reason why. Also, wait, I have some more news to reveal, but he's the reason why I have this Twitch tattoo on the bottom of my lip, because he had donated like $200 or $300 via Bitcoin like 2 years ago. And at that point, like I've never ever even gotten a donation that large, where when he was like in the chat saying $200 and you tattoo Twitch on your lip, I was like no one's gonna do that. I was like no. I was like all right, for sure. I was like let's do it. I was like let's see that $200 donation. He ended up fucking donating, and I was like all right, I have to do this now. But I always thought it was a whim of the moment thing. I thought it came out of nowhere, right? But that day I was streaming on Twitch, ironically as well. I was streaming with Josh from No Jumper, and Doug came over yesterday, and Doug told me that he was talking with Josh ahead of time, like in the DMs or something, and they were already planning, saying like, hey, we're gonna convince Yuri to fucking get a Twitch tattoo or a stupid lip tattoo during this stream or whatever. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, no way, dude, because it's been 2 years and I've hung out with Josh hundreds of times for many hours, and he hasn't said a word. He's never told me. You know what I mean? Like, I would expect him to hit me with, like, oh, yo, Yuri, by the way, like, we're kind of planning on that shit happening. Or we kind of, we're like, he said that they were, like, planning on, like, finding ways of trying to convince Yuri to do it.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, wow, that's fucking funny. But it's even more interesting the fact that Josh has been able to keep it a secret for so long. He's never said anything. Doug just randomly told me yesterday.
That's funny.
It's super random. Wait, actually, hold on. One last Hawaii topic as well.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Just like 2-3 days ago, it was in the news. We have a friend from Hawaii named Elvis. Shout out to L Visuals.
Yes,
He had posted on his Instagram story like a Hawaii update about the big island of Hawaii where we're going, Kona. It has like 4 volcanoes on it. 2 of them are active, I believe, and one of them, I think it's the biggest volcano in the world. It is, yeah. It's been experiencing earthquakes the past like 2 days, like a lot of consistent earthquakes, and that is like a precursor to an eruption. Whenever there's like hella earthquakes, there's usually an eruption afterwards. So apparently the volcano is like starting to become active, and there's like warning. They're putting the island on like a yellow card warning and shit like this, and we're literally leaving like this upcoming week. So it's kind of scary. a little bit.
Yeah.
But then also all the footage I've seen of like the previous eruptions, it's not originally I thought like the whole island just fucking becomes red,
Destroyed.
red melted
But we don't
rock.
know.
But it's like no, it just a river forms and a part of the island gets destroyed. So hopefully we're just not
a part.
Yeah, so we have like a higher percentage chance of survival. I thought the whole island just becomes red lava. Like it just overflows
Melts.
everywhere, but it becomes a river on one side. And the island is huge, by the way. So
Hopefully
we'll see.
Be chilling.
Yeah, exactly.
Sipping a pina colada. That's so scary and sad though. Like you just have to know that your house is gonna be destroyed.
I know that's what's even crazier. And also, what's more interesting is when we were talking to El Visuals, Elvis told us that like the scientists already know what side of the island the lava is more likely to flow just because of the formations of the rocks and how everything goes. So there's this part of the island that's like most likely to be destroyed, right? That's also the cheapest real estate. And then Elvis told us that like since it's the cheapest real estate, all basically the poor people of the island who can't, who like are on the lower end financially, they have to live there because they can only afford to live there.
Yeah.
But that is the most dangerous place to live. So I was like, that's fucked up that kind of system was created, where it's like, oh, we can only afford to live in the fucking dangerous lava flow section. Kind of crazy. But either way.
Kind of just accepting that one day my house.
Exactly. You can't even like think like, oh, I'm going to pass my house on to my son or daughter. It's like, you're like, oh man, my house, hopefully it's here for another 50 years. Cause who knows? Cause the last time the volcano erupted, they were like, oh, it hasn't erupted in 9 years or whatever.
It was the 80s, I believe, right?
Well, there's been like smaller eruptions and other stuff.
I think in different volcanoes.
Yeah, we're not experts here, but
sorry, not experts.
I remember on one of them they said they're like it has not erupted in 9 years, and I think as of this point it hasn't erupted in 10 years. So we're already like over the last period. So I don't know, and there's starting to be earthquakes. But also, it would be kind of interesting on the other end to be there during a volcanic eruption, because we would actually see like a volcano flow and a volcano, a melted rock river potentially. No one sees that stuff.
It's crazy. I just hope.
You just hope what?
I don't know.
It's just,
it doesn't happen.
I just hope.
I just hope it doesn't happen.
Take another sip of this Rockstar. I feel like your energy level is dying so quickly.
I'm just so tired.
I know.
I'm tired of drinking, honestly.
I was gonna say like after today, we talked about this before we started the stream, but we're not drinking until we're in Hawaii, because honestly, it was Riley's birthday, so it's Friday, so it's your birthday. We have no mental limit. We're just trying to have fun, have a good time. We got really drunk Friday. Saturday happened. All the homies came through. Space Goes Dog Perp, Uncle Deli, Lucha Live, all their friends. We drank a lot yesterday. I got introduced to the Rockstar vodka. We took a couple shots, so we got drunk last night, and then here I am tonight drinking another Rockstar vodka. So this is definitely the cap, and then we're not drinking until Hawaii.
I'm good. I feel like exhausted.
I know, it drains you, right? It just makes you feel hella tired after a while.
It's not energizing.
All right, we're gonna take a little package intermission. We only have one package today to open up, and huge shout out to Stonebrook for sending this out. But FYI to anyone that wants to potentially send Rylee and I anything, we can like open up your merch, react to it, or if you guys want to just send us something to do, like I don't know, fucking some hot snack challenge that we just open up and have to try immediately, like that'd be funny as well. Whatever it is, we have an open PO box, and the PO box is PO box 3183 North Hollywood 91609, and you guys could literally send us anything. And today we have one package from Stonebrook, so let's see what he has sent us. And also, I've gotten a couple things from Stonebrook already. Everything he sends is fire. He makes some cool ass shit. Ooh. Whoa, what is this? Looks like a t-shirt, but cool. These stickers look really fucking cool. I originally thought it was like some Marvel thing, but I'm not sure. Whoa, that really is cool. I like that.
It's like the creature of the Black Lagoon or whatever.
Yeah, it's like some like sea. Yeah, exactly, some lagoon creature. But I like it's like vintagey, pop arty, cool. Like I don't know, a vibe. I fuck with it. This like spider sticker. I really fuck with this because a lot of people make stickers, but they make them like it would just say like Joe Bob. Joe Bob, like in a bunch of different ways. But these like are just a bunch of random little designs that I think he makes, or or he commissions to make. Little thunderbolt with angel wings on it. This is fire. These are all going on the mini fridge for sure. And then also we have a T-shirt in here. Let's check this out. Let's see. All right, I'm looking at the back right now. The back is crazy.
Very nice.
What the fuck? What's the front?
I love that. I'm definitely stealing that.
The front says Stonebrook. The back is it's a drive-in cinema
With Michael Myers.
with Michael Myers. That's so fire, dude. I'm telling you, Stonebrook makes some really fire shit. Everything he's given me, I do not want to like throw away or get rid of. Like it's like
That's really nice.
everything. I'm like, oh man, I want to hold on to this. This is cool. Here, we'll just leave that there, I guess. Thank you. Yeah, huge shout out to Stonebrook, man. Appreciate you so much. Can I see your topic list? Because there's a couple things you wrote down that I don't even remember. Really? Okay. Well, I'll wait for you. I'll just do a chat break. While Riley's gonna go use the restroom, I'll just pull up the chat to see what you guys are saying. We usually only look at the chat during the after shows, the after shows. So we'll just look at it really quick right now. Shout out to everyone in here. Shout out to Harmonious Gang. Thank you, Elizabeth. Pretty fire, not gonna lie. No, bro, for real, shit is really, really good. Shout out to RJ. Facts. Shout out to all the winners of the giveaway stream, because I just did. I think it was earlier this week. I did a stream giving away 2 shirts, and then also I did a raffle for another one. Congratulations to every single winner of all those giveaways / raffles. Riley gonna leave Yuriy for Blazzy. What the fuck, dude? Where the hell do you guys get these narratives from, man? That's insane. All right, yo, what's up, No Jumper Clips? How's it going? I just saw Riley phone. I got you, Yuriy. Thank you, Monster. What the hell? Yes, Ola. Thank you, Scotty. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. What's up, Jet Set? How's it going, guys? Shouts to everyone in the chat right now. Also, guys, a reminder. During the podcast, we don't have the chat up, so we can just like focus in on the conversations. But we always do an after show where we can actually we end this stream, we end the podcast stream, we start a new stream where it's like the after show stream where we can actually read the chat and react and do stuff like that. Wait, actually, you know what? Should we leak some stuff really quick, guys? This upcoming Wednesday, I will be doing a Harmonious Hour with Scumbags, the owner of Scumbags Clothing. He's a good friend of mine, and also other than the fact that he's a good friend of mine and he's the owner of this clothing brand, but guys, I've talked to him a lot, and he has a lot of interesting stories to tell, dude. He has had so many different connections. He's linked up with Soulja Boy like 10 plus years ago. Like, the types of people he's met up with at the moments in their lives he's met up with is like pretty legendary and very interesting. So I have a lot of questions to ask him, and I'm sure he has a lot of stories to tell. But I'm super excited for that. Then also, huge shout out to, I think it was Harmonize. I'm not sure, but I think it was Harmonize. Someone had DM'd me saying, "Hey, Yuriy, fuck, what was his name? God damn it, I already forgot the fucking thing. Whatever, we'll skip that topic until I remember that thing. All right, let's see what Riley has written down. As for the topics, another hair. Yes. Okay, Night of the Jack was a scam. That's true. The other thing is, I think we talked about this on the after show last week, but we didn't talk about it during the actual show. House of the Dragons is done. Season finale.
Yeah, because last week was the season finale.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So we watched it after the show. You're right. So we watched it after the show. Do we want to do spoilers or no? It would be fucked up to do that.
It's hard to ask that, right? I feel like we shouldn't, huh?
Yeah, I feel like because it's so fresh. I'm not sure, there could be people in here who have not watched it yet, but guys, we finished watching House of the Dragons. It was for this season. It was only 10 episodes, and honestly,
I guess there was like a lot of criticism, like saying like the show was like too slow and like
too slow.
Yeah, people were hating on it.
Really?
Yeah, but I loved it.
I really liked it as well, and also I've never had anything make me want to read a book.
I know.
In so long. But so we finished watching the first season, right? And for anyone that doesn't know about the House of the Dragons, guys, it has to do with Game of Thrones, right? So Game of Thrones came out, and House of the Dragons came out. Now Game of Thrones already came out like 10 years ago, or like 7 years ago, or some shit like that. It's been a while. So Game of Thrones was a while ago. Now it's House of the Dragons, but it's almost like some some Star Wars type thing. You know how Star Wars released the 3 ending movies, then later on the first 3 beginnings. So it's kind of like that type of shit going on, where they're releasing the prequel. Now you know what happens that leads up to Game of Thrones that we've already seen and loved and shit like that. So that part is really interesting, but we're starting to like, or Riley was showing me a video where people are starting to see like the references in Game of Thrones, where Game of Thrones is like saying stuff about the characters we're watching now, and there's hella spoilers in Game of Thrones. If you actually pay attention, they tell you how people die and what ends up happening already. So I was like, damn, that's kind of insane.
Yeah, I was like on the YouTube trying to like
on the YouTube.
On the YouTube at work.
You are old now.
No, on the YouTube at work. I was gonna say on the No Jumper YouTube.
I was on the
That's
YouTubes.
what I meant, not on the internet. But I saw that video get recommended. It was like Rhaenyra explained blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, maybe it's just gonna be like showing us what's
a recap
on
or
like based on the book.
Oh,
what
okay,
her
okay.
character is like, and then it was like Joffrey exposes what happens to Rhaenyra like in the first season of Game of Thrones, and it's like it cuts right there to the scene of him. I don't even have any time to react.
You just hear
exactly what happens, and I was just like, oh shit. I was like, I recorded it. I was like, oh, I'm gonna show this to you.
But dude, that's what's like so crazy about the director or the producers of Game of Thrones is like the forethought is insane, dude. Because Joffrey, literally, the scene that Riley's talking about, Joffrey's like. He's like trying to show off or like trying to fuck some girl or just be like, you know, show off in front of some girl, and he's like showing her the castle, all this stuff, and just for like 3 seconds he like looks down at some like hole in the ground where you could see like there's like a basement or a dungeon underneath, and he's like Queen Rhaenyra, oh, should we say it? He's like, Queen Rhaenyra was eaten by a dragon here 300 years ago in front of her son. And then he just like, well, blah, 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 and just continues walking. And it's just like, it's like this like 2 sentences he says in an hour-long episode that no one pays attention to. But now, 8 years later, with House of the Dragons dropping, now we're like, oh my God, that line. Like, how they already were planning on all, like, it's kind of crazy, right? Like, that's hella crazy forethought. And it must be hard to work on like a project where it takes like 10 years to see like the end product. You know what I mean? Like where you're finally like, oh, now people see what I was working on.
And now we're just starting this story. Like this is just the start of their story.
Yeah, exactly. But
I'm excited to see where it goes, but we're not gonna get it until 2024. I thought it was gonna be next year, but it's gonna be in 2 years. And
that right there is the reason why I almost am convinced into getting to reading the book, because we're all the simpletons of the world, and let's be real, guys, it's 99% of us. We are not, you know, a lot of people are like, I don't want to read the book, I want to see it on TV. The TV series, or the series, number one, it leaves out a lot of shit. Where, for example, Riley was saying that like in the book they talk about how Daemon was fucking Rhaenyra like on a daily basis. They were having sex all the time, but in the show they were just kissing and shit. So like there's a lot of like details that are off. But also, all the information's already out there. It's in the books. Like we don't have to wait 2 years to see the ending. And I'm so like on the edge of my toes, like wanting to know what happens, that I'm like, fuck it, dude, I'm gonna read this book about dragons to see what the ending is. But it depends on how many books there is, because if there's like 30 of them, I think I'm out. There's no way.
I think there is.
Oh God, yeah, I'm out.
Or they're like extremely long.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I can only imagine what detail they go into in the book.
I know. And there's like so many families that you have to learn about. There's how many more families? There's the Starks, the Lannisters.
And there's stories about all of them.
Yes.
Bruh. God damn it. Yeah, I don't know. I might want to read. There has to be some. There has to be audio versions of the books.
Oh,
we could just listen to, or they just read it out loud.
There's definitely audio versions.
Or there's probably someone who's already made a YouTube like video saying like the whole history of Game of Thrones like on this whiteboard, and he says like this fucked this person, and they had this kid.
Gotta get that Audible trial.
I know, exactly. Tried out for a month to see if we could fuck with it or not. But either way, it was a really good series, and it ended off on such a like interesting note. And I kind of called it too.
You did. Yuri did call the ending, and at first I didn't want to believe it, but after I was like, damn, you could totally see it.
There's like
the middle point of the show.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but there's this like like Riley, we were talking about this last time. In House of the Dragons, there's been no comedic relief, and it's been nothing but like fucked up shit, bloodshed, people being shady to one another. There's no happy parts really. You know what I mean? There's like a little bit of happiness in the first episode when people were kids, but that's all gone. Now everyone's just an asshole to one another. And we saw this one scene in the last episode where it was like an actual nice scene between, I'm not gonna say who, but between two people, and I was like, this is too sweet. In my head, I was like, that person's gonna die. I was like, watch, babe. I was like, this is too sweet. I was like, that person's gonna be gone next. I don't know if they're gonna be gone this episode or in later episode, but I was like, they're gonna be gone next. And then right in the last 5 minutes of the episode, that person dies, and I was like, told you.
I was like, damn. But I feel like this season we haven't seen any really like wild, crazy deaths. Like in
that was a wild
crazy
death.
In Game of Thrones, like you got hit with the craziest deaths in like season 1. Like
yeah, you fall in love with the lead Stark guy,
and
then
he's
you're
gone.
like thinking he's gonna be the lead character. He will save the day, and he's dead within 2 episodes. You're like, fuck, like how that? Like I did not expect that to happen at all. But I don't know.
I feel like the next season is gonna get crazy.
Bruh, I hate at this
because now war has begun.
Game of Thrones had what, like 8 seasons or 7? I think it was 7 or 8 seasons. Dude, at this rate of them filming 2 years apart from the seasons, like it's gonna take us 10 years to complete this whole House of Dragon shit. It's like I might as well read the book.
Here we go.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, but all right. enough House of the Dragons talk. What else do we have here? Elon Musk has officially purchased Twitter.
How do you feel about this?
Well, there's a couple interesting things. Number one, I've talked about this before, where there's been this obvious like flip on Elon Musk, where all the same people who now hate Elon Musk, if you guys go back like 5-6 years ago when the media loved him, the media was like, oh, he's going to be sending people to Mars, he's working on fixing traffic, he's doing this, he's doing that, and everyone was just like, this guy's the smartest man on earth. We're blessed to have him in our timeline. I'm blessed to live in the same existence as Elon Musk. Like, hell, people are hyped on him and the fact that he's so smart and doing so many selfless things. Then also, you know, things to make money as well. But like, he's also working on like selfless things as well and things just to help humanity and what he says. But as Elon Musk has given more and more of his own opinions and political takes, we've noticed this huge switch in the media and other people who just like Phil DeFranco, for example. At one point, he was hyped and backing Elon, and now he refers to him as the idiot billionaire. And he's just like, this idiot billionaire. He no longer, a lot of people no longer refer to him as like a smart guy or a genius. And either way, so he recently purchased Twitter, and I already knew that like every article or every news, you know, corporation or company is going to be trying to like slander the name and say like, oh, because of Elon the company's failing now, because of Elon this is happening now, or whatever. And we're kind of already seeing that, you know. But then also what's his name, Moisty Critical, made a really good video where I agree with a lot of the stuff he says, where he's just like, dude, Twitter was already like a shithole. It was already so bad. It was like very toxic, you know. There's so many issues with it. And then basically it's like Elon Musk is buying a piece of shit. Basically, he's like buying a trash ass website, and now they're gonna find all the things about Twitter that were crappy already that no one talked about and be like, it's because of Elon and all that stuff or whatever. But I don't know. I'm kind of excited. Apparently Elon has already unbanned many accounts, and I'm wondering if House Phone has tried to log into his old account.
I know he must.
And also Blazzy too. Blazzy said he got his account deleted. House Phone said he got his account deleted. So I'm wondering if they're gonna get allowed back in.
I don't know. I feel like, do you think he's just doing this to be spiteful, or do you think he's actually gonna like care about making it a good platform, or like
well, at first
a thriving platform?
At first it seemed like he was doing it to be spiteful because they were being they're like threatening to kick him off the platform because they didn't like his views and all that shit. And he was like, all right, he's like, I'll just buy the platform so I could say whatever the fuck I want. And then I think it turned into a thing where once he went through the process of trying to buy the platform, then Twitter hit him with the lawsuit saying like, oh, now that you're not purchasing us, like you just drove down our prices because you just talk so much shit saying that we're not worth what we're worth, all this. I forgot exactly what the lawsuit has to do with, but because of him trying to buy it, Twitter's now suing him, and now people are saying that he's stuck in this position where either with the lawsuit or with buying it, he's gonna spend a ton of money. You know what I mean? Like billions of dollars regardless, or millions of dollars regardless. So it looks like he's chosen, like, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy the platform. You know what I mean? But it seemed like he was trying to get out of it at a certain point. I don't know, but that's just what the media says. Like, I haven't really seen any actual posts from Elon saying how he feels about the situation. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm just saying like what I've heard, third person, I guess. But I don't know.
We'll see, I guess.
What do you think? Are you gonna go back on Twitter?
No. I never liked Twitter.
Do you have old Rylee Twitter?
No.
Oh God.
It's deactivated.
Can you find tweets from a deactivated Twitter?
I don't know.
Bum bum. Okay, well.
I just never.
You know what else is interesting as well? As I saw some articles saying now that Elon Musk has purchased Twitter, he had tweeted out saying comedy is free, or people can now make jokes on Twitter again, or something like that, or whatever, right? And apparently someone used that Twitter post, and then they said like after Elon had made this adjustment, like the use of slurs such as like the N-word and stuff had gone up 500% on Twitter. But then also we've heard stories, you know, such as from House Phone, which is like they don't look at context and they don't look at who's saying it. So they don't know if it's like House Phone talking to his homie saying like, what's up, my dude? You know what I mean? Like they'll be like, oh, that counts as like a racial slur and a hate crime or whatever it is, and that goes towards the percentage. So I don't know how much of that actual 500% is actual like hate speech, or is it actual just people like hey, I can say hello to my friend now, you know what I mean? And or they're actually just counting all those.
Because if you're unbanning every account,
I don't think he unbanned every account. I think he said it like we're starting to unban accounts. But then also the main thing is he said you won't get like your tweet taken down, or you won't get your account deleted for saying certain words. And then apparently on Reddit or someone had made this post where they're like, hey, let's test this shit out. Let's see how far we can go. And people have been like being purposely fucked up, trying to see how far they can push the bar on that stuff. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm curious to see what he's going to do with the platform, because apparently he said he wants to make it into everything platform. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, what the fuck? Everything seasoning.
Well, I know, right? Maybe he just like wants to start like selling stuff on it, and maybe introducing long form video content. Like, can people do that? I'm not sure. I don't use Twitter, but can people?
I think you can post long videos.
Do people go on Twitter to listen to
hours.
podcasts? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if people can start doing Twitter podcasts or some shit like that? Like, what if that's the switch he's going for? I don't know. Either way, that was the whole Twitter conversation. We have one last topic right here on Riley's list, and it's like, I feel weird even bringing it up.
I know.
I'm not sure if you're like, what's there to say about it other than it's weird. But I don't know. Apparently, we saw this on the You Ain't Hard Fool Instagram, and I don't even want to bring.
I just thought it was so weird to like even have this on the internet. Period. Like, why was this? A thing, but it's just so out there where like this mom dressed her daughter, who's probably like 5 or younger than 5,
I would say like 5
4,
or something like that,
as a BBL patient, and she has like the IV bag and everything.
I didn't notice the IV bag until like later. I like re-looked at it and I was just like, should we add this as a topic? And then I looked, I was like, oh my god, she's holding a cane. Not a cane, but like one of those like, you know, metal things that hold the IV bag. I was like, the kid's holding an IV bag too. I was like, bruh.
Like, to me,
I was like, holy shit, dude. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, what? Like, the mom and the dad are just like promoting this thing, which is like.
Yeah, the dad's cool with it.
Like, what happened to back in the day? People would say, you're beautiful on the inside. You know?
Not that, but it's just like.
Hey,
let your daughter be a princess.
I know a BBL patient. She doesn't know what that is. There's no way the daughter was like, I want to be a BBL patient. It's like her mom was like,
yeah, I want to be a BBL patient.
Yeah, who, like, no kid does that or whatever. Like, I don't even want to show the video to you guys. You Ain't Hard Fool has it on his Instagram. You guys are gonna go look at that shit, but it's
a nice wholesome weird. Costume.
Oh, should we try to bring it up?
That we saw this weekend was T-Rail and Heather. They dressed up as the Simpsons.
Not just T-Rail and Heather, the whole family. Bruh. Wait, what?
They killed it.
What Instagram is it under?
It's on Heather.
Oh, God. let you remember now that I'm searching Heather
Shut
for
up.
the. What is her? Sanders?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god, dude, that's so great.
Like Heather looks so good. Her hair is amazing.
A lot of the posts have already been taken down, but she showed like the whole process of them getting ready. Look at that
The
set,
set
dude.
is amazing.
The set is insane. With the black outlines and all the objects, it really gives it that like cartoon look. And that couch is like perfect. Perfectly looks like the couch that they have. And also now it really lets you know how like boring that living room was. Oh my god, I just realized the bee flew in here.
Oh my god.
Great.
Great.
Okay, either way, let's just
He's tweaking too. Oh, Sorella.
there was another post of the whole family. It's all
It's on her page, her main page.
is this not her main page?
Right
Oh, here
there.
we go. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is the whole video of the whole thing. Okay.
We are vlogging the whole process.
Oh, oops.
Are you ready
What
to
the hell
turn
happened
into
there?
Lisa?
Where did it go?
I don't think you could do that.
Oh shit! It went on the other screen. Let's do this
Guys,
one more time.
I'm so
There you go.
excited. Today we are transforming into the Simpsons. We are vlogging the whole process. Are you ready to turn into Lisa? You ready to turn into Bart? Yeah. Zoe's trying on her hair.
Dude,
Somebody
those like wigs are crazy.
I
can do
know.
with the wig, Zane. Let me see yours. She's starting. Look at this bald cap.
That's crazy, dude.
Her hair looks amazing. Like that looks legit.
The funniest part was T-Rella towards the end where they have to stuff his stomach with like a pillow to give him
Yeah.
that beer belly look.
That's
I'm
so
yellow. I have blue hair. I got the cartoon nails.
I look crazy.
I look crazy.
You actually use hair, bro. That's not bad.
That's insane,
So
dude.
this is our set.
Get in the right vibe.
The Simpsons.
Zany.
The set is
I wish
so
I could
cool.
skip through it to. Oh yeah, right here. They had to put a pillow on his stomach.
The nails.
That wig, that huge long ass wig is crazy. Lisa,
They look like Bart.
Bart.
He's so happy.
What's going on there?
Dude.
I'm dead.
Fucking T-Row.
The fat suit.
My bad baby, she's doing it up. She ain't got her wig
Maggie.
on yet, but you know how to get her do it. Alright, literally.
She
Dude,
looks
that's
legit.
crazy.
They look legit.
It's like this set isn't like a type of thing where it's like multiple families are coming through. It's like they just did that for themselves. Like
Just for
that's
this picture.
crazy, dude.
Goals.
Hey.
He had the skateboard too a second ago. Bruh.
Look at Maggie. She looks so cute. She had the little blue.
Fucking T-Rell, dude. This is so funny, bruh.
Yeah,
Oh my
you look
God.
awkward. Yeah, like that. Like that.
That looks
Wow,
so good.
bro. I'm jealous.
Good job,
Oh wait,
guys.
oops, sorry about that, guys.
That was fire.
And
When I saw that, I was like, oh my god.
whoa, oh
Is it on me?
no, but it literally flew right past my face. What do we do? Wait, no, beans. Don't, no, leave it alone, dude.
It's on the floor?
Yeah, it's on the floor, but it's like just flying around. What do we do about this bee? We have a bee in the house, guys. Sometimes they sneak in through the window, and I don't know what to do.
Don't get it.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, you know what? Here. Wait, hold on. I got this. A little interruption. I'm just gonna grab this bee so we can focus on this podcast. 1 second. Oh shit.
Bean, sit. Bean, sit.
Where is it?
I don't know. Not with a nice shirt.
No, I'm not gonna kill it. I'm just trapping it so it can't go anywhere. All right.
Oh god, he could escape.
No, he's not gonna escape. It's fine.
Free the homie.
Boom. He's trapped under my shirt until later. We can worry about that later. Okay. Wait. Now I have to use the bathroom. Can you take over?
Okay.
All right.
I'm
Wait.
sorry, the chat.
Can you see the chat?
Yeah.
Here, I'll make it
Maybe.
larger. All right. BRB. I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
Beans, come here. Beans is trying to eat the bee. What do we do about the bee? I'm scared. That thing is gonna go though. Shout out Elizabeth in the chat. Ace buns. Space buns. It's a hairstyle. Yuri tried to play me like that. We did not dress up at all this year, guys. I'm sorry. We suck. We didn't do one costume. Shout out Giselle.
Okay. Sorry. Chop it up with Rylee. All right. Another topic that I really wanted to talk about. I kind of talked about this on stream the other day, but guys, I'm sure you've noticed, for anyone that uses YouTube on your desktop, I'm not sure if there's any like mobile updates, but YouTube, there's been a YouTube update with how it looks, with like how basically if you go on the YouTube dashboard or just the regular page, all the thumbnails used to be square. Now they have these like rounded edges. The search bar has this rounded edge. There's all these like kind of like visual upgrades, but then also apparently, I'm not sure how, if this has been there already, but we just noticed it. There's a live tab now. So now that was my biggest complaint, and a lot of other streamers' biggest complaints about YouTube is there's no live tab or live section. But now there's a live tab where you can click live. Anyone that you're subscribed to, it will show if any of them are live, and then also it recommends you other live streamers that
really cool.
You've never seen before. And immediately, my whole thought process is, as soon as YouTube came out with the Reels, a lot of people blew up on YouTube thanks to the Reels, because YouTube was trying to promote them, and they were just like making random Reels blow up out of nowhere, and a lot of YouTube channels got started that way. And and I noticed it was like it's a smart thing to do, where if a social media platform like YouTube or Instagram or whatever it is has a new like feature, like take advantage of it as soon as possible, because they're trying to promote it. They want it to do well, you know what I mean? So they want to like make the numbers look high. You're not gonna get like a couple views or whatever. They're gonna show it to as many people as possible. So I was thinking, I want to try to take advantage of this new live tab and try to get promoted to new people. And one of the best ways is to stream for a really long time. So I was thinking, I think once we come back from Hawaii, we're going to do the Handcuff to one another for 24-hour stream. So we're going to do that. But then also, I think I want to do another $1 a minute stream with a 5-day cap. The last time I did a $1 a minute stream with the 5-day cap, I started on Friday, like around noon. But I could start it on Thursday after disconnected. As soon as I get home, just start the $1 a minute right there, and it can go until Wednesday midnight next week, basically, which is like 5-6 days right there. So I think I want to try to do another one of those, just to try to like take advantage of this new live tab and see if we can get promoted on YouTube or something like that, you know?
I like it.
I like it. Are you ready for the Handcuff stream?
No.
What do you think?
Definitely not ready.
What do you think is gonna happen?
I don't know. I think we're just gonna fight.
Really?
I'm gonna get annoyed.
Oh my god, you are probably gonna get annoyed. Every time I've done a 24-hour stream or longer, there's a point in which, especially in the mornings, there's a point in which Riley's like needs to go to the kitchen for like an hour and not be next to me, because I'm just like I don't know, have crazy energy, I guess, for the stream. But I don't know, I'm excited. What I'm not looking forward to is your morning poops.
Shut up.
So I feel like we should start the stream at a certain, like right after your morning poop starts, so that we could end the stream right before they start the next day. Either way, that was all the topics I had listed right there on my list and Riley's list as well. I had one other topic to bring up, but it's more of a video to react to. But I think I'll just react to this on stream because it's just so random. It's a video of China unveiling a new robot dog, where it's basically a video. It's a video of you've seen the robot dogs before, right? Like the robo dogs that people like push them and they could jump over stuff and go upstairs and whatever. You never seen them? They're really like Boston Dynamics makes like some really good ones, but basically trying to release some video of a drone flying in over like some like super destroyed building on top of a roof. A drone flies in, fucking drops like this like little box down. The box unfolds and it's like a robot dog, and the robot dog has a machine gun on its back, and it's hella quick, and it just like runs around and does shit and like jumps from like things.
Machine gun?
Yeah. And basically people are like kind of like, oh fuck, like this is kind of scary. Like, what if these fools just drop like 40 of these in LA? You know, like, what the hell do we do here?
That is hella scary.
Imagine Beans gets stung in the face.
I thought he just saw the bee.
I'm not sure. I was thinking maybe that was Lola or something. But all right, either way, that was all of our topics, guys. I think we're gonna wrap up the podcast here, but we're gonna get into the after show in like literally less than 5 minutes. Probably like in 2-3 minutes. I'm just gonna end the stream, reschedule another one to go live in like a minute or two, and that'll be the after show stream where we can actually read the chat and interact with you guys. But huge shout out to everyone that was watching this. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys.
Like we said, the next episode of 10 Talks will be pre-recorded, but it will premiere at the same time on Sunday. But we will be doing streams out there in Hawaii, which we're both really excited for. And then if you guys really enjoyed this, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please drop a like, please drop a comment. Do not forget to subscribe if you aren't subscribed already. Shout out to everyone that's dropped a sub already. We're like past 25k subs, and we're doing the 24-hour Handcuff to One Another stream for that soon.
Cop at 10 Talks tea.
Oh yes, if you guys can, 10talksla.com. We have our t-shirts available, and that's it. We'll see you guys in like a couple minutes.